channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means Queen Baby. How y'all doing this morning? It's good to see y'all. So this morning we gonna do the show from upstairs this morning, okay? And if you feel my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you don't feel my content, baby, kick rocks. I don't know why you here, okay? I don't know why you here. If you don't feel my content, I don't know why you here. So the title of this foolery is Modern Woman has relations with her son. Okay. Now the woman is from African descent. I don't know what part, okay? But she's from African descent. The interview that she's in today is wild, y'all. Okay. We gonna talk about it. Melania, what's going on, baby? It's good to see you. Happy Saturday to you too as well. So we about to get in a lot of foolery, but the first thing I want us to get into before we get into y'all hearing this woman talk about she had relations with her son, okay, and that blew my mind. I want us to chime in on Deion Sanders' daughter and what she said about naming her baby after her father instead of the baby father. Okay? Check this out, y'all.
Yeah, she in Atlanta. She loved her brother, boy, I tell you. She said, "Yo, mommy." She said, "You flew when you was 5 days old." Well, the daddy said he had to have us there, and we had to fly. So, oh yeah, I know. I know Bucky's gonna be like. I think all I know is my baby gonna get. I know my baby gonna get a chain before I do. I ain't even gonna say nothing else. I'm not agreeing to that. I'm sorry. I know, but technically it could be partners. But that's not gonna happen because I'm not married.
So, listen, I know y'all can't hear much, but if you go to our group chat, right? If you go to our group chat on Instagram, and it's all over social media as well, Deion Sanders' daughter said that she will not name her baby that's coming a junior. She will not give the father the last name because they are not married. So she won't give the father the last name. So I want to share something with y'all. I was a teen mother. Y'all already know that. But back in the day, it was shameful. It was shameful to give your child, right, their grandfather's last name. It was shameful. But now we have come to an all new low where the father is there, but the father will not be named after, the child will not be named after the father. So we have come to an all new low. And you got to see the people in the comments. The people in the comments is like, that's right, because her name carries more weight. So Sanders' name carry more weight. So they're saying that she's saying that my child will not be named after the father. So I know because they're not married, the child will not be named after the father. That's by law, unless he signed the birth certificate. I understand that part. But my other question is that why don't we require marriage? You, Deion Sanders' daughter, why did you not require marriage? You rather been a baby mama than a wife. You did not require marriage. She upset, okay, all on social media, and she said she will not name her son a junior. The baby that's coming, she will not name him a junior because she did not marry the baby daddy. And she's saying he has no right to claim this child as junior. Okay? I understand that part. But why didn't we talk about this beforehand? Why are we getting in this conversation on social media now? Why didn't we talk about this beforehand, that you were going to give his child, okay, his child, your father's name? Back in the day, this was shameful. I remember when my auntie had said the same thing to my mother, and I was born already. And was I born? I'm not sure. Okay, my mama probably told me this story. So my mama said, my daddy didn't sleep with you. So why that baby you carrying gotta carry my daddy last name? My daddy ain't sleep with you. He not responsible for that baby. And that was the way of that she was supposed to know better. But you got to see the people in the comment section. They like, oh well, his name, her name carry more weight. His name don't carry no weight. But what about the dignity? Why don't we require marriage before we open up our legs? And she Deion Sanders' daughter. Nobody even talked to her, sat her down, and said something. We rather be baby mamas than be wives. It's so sad. It's so sad because I'd rather be a wife than be a baby mother. I played the role of baby mother. It is not easy and it is not nice. But y'all on social media make it seem like it's so amazing. Like it's just it's some good. Y'all make it seem like it's like that. And we all know, doggone well, that that does not make sense. Melania said he should not have had access to her womb for the same reason. This is the truth. But after he done got you done, y'all pregnant, okay? Y'all pregnant, y'all still together. But y'all didn't sit down and talk about this. Like you just gave him free reign over your body. And now we want to talk about the important things. When we should have talked about that way before. But you got people in the comment section agreeing with her. Your name carry more weight. Your name carry more weight. You more famous. So your child will have better opportunities because they're carrying their grandfather name. No the hell they won't. No the hell they won't. There's more honor in carrying your father's carrying your grandfather's name. I don't care how famous the grandfather is. Because I'm going to share something with you. A lot of us don't want to tell the truth, but we got bastard children walking around here. We got bastard children walking around here. A lot of us don't want to say that. Y'all say it's politically correct. A lot of us melanated women bring bastard children forth. I know it's painful, but it's true. My mother did the same thing. I did the same thing. Only the kids that I have with my husband are legit. And it's sad to say that. It's painful. But we have to call a spade a spade. Why is it popular and y'all think it's popular for this child to have y'all last name? And you don't even be famous. You're not famous. You just an average Joe. It's popular for your child to carry your name. And that's not how it's supposed to go. They are supposed to carry their father's last name. You should be married to this man. Why do we make it make sense to stuff that is foolish? That's what we do. Melania said, you have to stop thinking about just getting that nut off and think about how condoms don't always work and what y'all do if pregnancy happens. That's why I don't engage in casual hookups. I don't blame you, Melania. Baby, I don't blame you at all, honey. Hello, Keisha. I see you. How you doing? So this is the thing. This is the thing. Everybody in the chat. Okay, everybody that was under this post was promoting her. That's right, sis. That's right, sis. See, we always in our community, we promote bullshit. We promote bullshit in our community all the time. Y'all know good and hell well that shit don't make sense. You know good and hell well that shit don't make sense. So now you give this baby that you gave birth to, you give this baby your father's last name because because it carries more weight. What if your father, okay, okay, what if that mess had happened to you? I'm just saying, how would you have felt if your mama was the side chick? Now, I'm not sure how many women he had babies by. I'm not sure if it's just by one woman. I am not sure, y'all. Y'all let me know if Deion Sanders' children is by one woman. Because they say he had 5. But the problem is that why do we think it makes sense? Why did the community, okay? Shout out to the fucking community. Why does the community agree with bullshit like this? Oh, well, the father is famous, his name carry more weight. All the damn time. This is what y'all say to make shit sound normal. But it's still shame. Hashtag Mrs. She said. It's still fucking shame. It doesn't make sense. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to agree with me, and that's your business. You don't have to. You don't have to. But the fact still remains is that this child you made with this man, the child will not carry his name. The child will not carry his name. The child will carry his grandfather's name. And when the child get older, the child gonna ask you, why don't I carry my father's last name? That's gonna be a hurtful feeling, you trying to explain that to that baby. Why do I carry my grandfather's last name and not my father's name? That is going to be so hurtful for you to explain that to that boy. Because when you get up there and say, well, because my father's name carry more weight, that child going to be like, no, you shouldn't have done that. Because these children, they start talking straight from the womb, honey. They start talking straight from the womb. And you done already just defeated this child. This child ain't even born yet. But you have already defeated this child because you didn't even acknowledge the father. Now, I know a lot of y'all going to be like, well, she wasn't married to him. Did she require marriage before she laid up there and spreaded her legs? Did she require marriage? Now, I'm not taking anything away from the brother. He was supposed to marry her. Why are you out here fucking like all willy-nilly, like it's all good no matter what? But why don't we have this conversation beforehand? Why don't we talk beforehand, before we have sex? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we do that beforehand? It shocked me because I was like, what the hell is going on here? Why would she say she want that baby to have her father's last name instead of the baby daddy? Now listen, y'all new generation, y'all think that shit is cute, you know. But back when I was young, it was shameful for the child not to carry the father's name. It was shameful. Okay? But now it's not shameful. So Deion Sanders' daughter said, my baby gonna have my father's last name. It's not gonna have your last name. But you know what? You do what it do. And we on to the next one. We on to the next one, y'all. So I want y'all to hear this. What Charleston White has said. I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this real good.
There's direction. Uh, the woman problem is no one can correct her. And a man has to be able to correct because his job is to establish law and order in the household. So most real men aren't liked. I'm going to say it again. Most real men with real traits and characteristics aren't liked. He going to say, baby, take that off. You're not going to go outside with your titties showing like that. Mm-hmm. Man, you got your ass out like that. Mm. Man, put some panties on. Your pussy pretty showing. That's a real man.
A real man.
Say, y'all sit down somewhere. Nigga, a real man ain't liked. He's missed and appreciated after he's gone. Yeah. But while he's here, he ain't liked, nigga. He's tolerated. That's why they don't tell your daddy. They keep shit from daddy. Mm-hmm. That's why daddy get a tie. That's why daddy get kicked in the ass. Mama get everything. It's all about if mama happy. It ain't about if daddy happy. And daddy down to stress. And mama living long being happy. Because guess what? Everybody making mama happy. They don't give a damn about daddy being happy.
That's true.
There's direction. The one.
I like what he said. Charleston White is correct. I know a lot of people don't follow his content. A lot of people don't like what he says. Some people just follow him to say boo boo the nonsense, boo boo the bullshit to him. But what he's speaking is facts. A lot of men who are kings are not liked. They are not liked by their children either. Because they know that if any shit happen, they got to deal with their daddy. There's a lot of times that even our children sit up there and say, Mama, please don't tell daddy. Don't tell daddy. And you know what I tell them? I got to tell your father. I still got to tell your father. Because this is crazy. I still got to tell your daddy. A lot of fathers who are kings are not liked. And it's sad. It's sad. It's only until he has gone on to glory that you value how much this man really is. That is so true. Charleston White is correct on this one. I want to touch something with y'all real quick. The Real Precious official had put this out. And I want y'all to hear this reel that she put out. This is amazing. This is what a husband is. He's like giving his wife grace and understanding. I want y'all to hear this.
I learned that women will not. And let me give you an example. When we got married, I didn't change anything. She had to change her name, take my name. She had to now be called Pete's wife. All right. When we became pregnant, I did not become pregnant. She became pregnant. Nothing about me changed. I maintained my weight, maintained my eating habits, maintained my friends. Her things shifted. Everything. Her eating, her friends, her moods, everything shifted. So she changed. I'm not changing. We can wake up a bit and appreciate women and mothers. I didn't go to theater. She went to theater. So yes, we say, hey, we are married, we have children. I didn't go to theater. She's gone under the knife. Four times. I have no cut in my body. I've not been operated. All right? She's gone through all these things. Gaining weight, she's losing weight. Her BP goes up, her BP goes down. When I find me now as a man to start mistreating her or to mistreat any other woman. So I have deep respect for women and mothers because of the load they have to carry that probably men will never understand the magnitude, never understand the scope, never. And because I might never understand everything, the little I can do is to appreciate, is to be sensitive.
When you talk like that, and you still hear some men saying you are simping, well, how does that make you feel?
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
So what this husband was saying, I don't think that a lot of men understand that their wife goes through changes. A lot of men understand that they have to give their wife grace. Remember, the wife is the one that's bringing forth the children. Her body is changing. Her health is changing. Her mindset is changing. Okay? So a lot of men who showed their wife grace like this, God bless you, because my husband showed me grace like this. When I carried all of our children, this man catered to me. He was kind to me. He was sweet to me. He loved me when I wasn't even feeling well. My first C-section. Hey, Skinny, what's going on, baby? You gonna get through it. We gonna get through it. Don't worry. He held my hand the whole time, and he even helped me seal my body. Okay, that's my stomach area, heal it and everything. And when I came back to the doctor for the checkup, the doctor said, "Wow, everything is clean, is clear." And I told him it was my king. My king is the one who taught me, because I never knew how to do a cesarean wound. You have to be careful of that because it gets infected very easily if you don't take care of it and if you don't keep it dry. So I learned all those things from my husband. If a husband has mercy for his wife when she's pregnant, he's an amazing man because he understands that carrying a baby is not easy. That's why I get on my sisters a lot, because we easily give babies to jesters and fools. We easily give babies to Pookie and Rere when you know you need somebody to be there to take care of you. Having a child is not easy, but we give bloodlines to men who don't deserve it. All because we want to have a baby ourselves and not have a king at the helm. A lot of us make these foolish decisions and we think that it makes sense. This goes way before the generation. This is true. Late 60s into 70s. This is true. It does. I don't get it. Have my younger brother, her last name as well, different daddies. Yeah. But I'm going to share something with you. That was the time where people used to whisper about that situation. And you'll have the aunties and uncles, and they'll say, "Well, you know that child ain't my daddy child. So why that child got my daddy last name?" Because my auntie was quick to say that. She would remind her sisters real quick. But my mother was the only one that had a child out of wedlock. The rest of them were already married. Okay, don't really know the weight of the issue as a kid, but I did not appreciate that now. I understand. I understand. Okay. Um Now let me see what you wrote again. The weight of what our mothers carry does not justify the wrong decisions. It doesn't. The men fathers have to pay for their decisions in that manner, as do our sisters. Husbands are indeed to honor their wives. So, where you from? My accent? Think I'm African. I guess because the way I dress. A lot of people are African, but my husband is Nigerian. So we've been married close to 17 years. So I took on some traits. So that's why you see me like this. And because my husband called me queen. So since he calls me queen, I try my best to live that part in my real life. So now, what I wanted to share was there's a lot of men who love their wives. hmm But wives are supposed to respect their husbands, right? But there are a lot of men who love their wives, that they treat them like eggs. hmm Because I will share this with you. My husband will lay down correction, but he has always treated me like an egg. Only when I get out of line, then we have a problem. But if I adhere to the assignment, I ain't got no problem. Shout out to my king. I know a lot of people like you always talk about your husband, and I'm gonna share with you why I love my husband. I don't have no reason to shine up and act the fool on social media. I love my husband, and that's the truth. And I will never shy away from that because this man loved me when nobody else wanted to love me. This man took me when nobody else wanted to take me. Okay? So I will never shy away from the fact that my husband is a good man. Okay? And you will never hear me talk boo boo the fool nonsense about him. Okay? So now I want to share something else with y'all. I heard this on social media as well, and I want to play it for y'all. This was a little painful. Okay, listen to this, y'all. You are not. You lied to me. Girl, I went to test that DNA. You lied to me. That ain't my kid. That ain't my kid. You lied to me. Girl, I went to test that DNA. You lied to me. That ain't my kid. That ain't my kid. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom. Come on. Now you're a single mom. Oh my God. Now you're a single mom. You are not. Wow. You lied to me. Girl, so that's the new song now. That's what we doing. Hey Tara, what's going on, baby? It's good to see you. Thank you for rocking with me today. I appreciate you. So now there's a new song, okay, that Brian Jamal has made up. You lied to me. Y'all know that song from back in the day, Return of the Mac. He done switched that thing around. He is too much. I'm sorry, but I like his content. Now, there's another video we got to listen to, and I want y'all to hear this real. This is crazy. I Am Dad had posted this. Hey, Lanes, what's going on, baby? I Am Dad had posted this, okay? And check this out. They asked this young girl, she's a kindergartner. They asked her, they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? They asked her that. What do you want to be when you grow up? Listen to what she said, y'all. This is a kindergartner. She said, what I want to be when I grow up, I want to be pregnant. That's a kindergartner. And everybody laughing. The mother dropped the camera. One more time, y'all. Listen to it. One more time. Be pregnant. You want to be pregnant. Brandon Jamal, yes, he's funny. The ghetto view, the ghetto point of view. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Yeah, he is funny. I like his renditions. his different change ups. So I Am Dad posted this content yesterday, and they asked this young girl, what do you want to be? Every child had to go up. This is graduation day. Every child had to grow up, and they asked the child, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she said, I am pregnant. So I want to be pregnant. Okay, that's what she said. I want to be pregnant. So is that bad parenting, or is that sexy red? Is that bad parenting, or is it the music that the children listen to? I just want to know. Is that bad parenting, or is it the music that these children listen to? Damn it, it's bad parenting. It's bad parenting. For a child that's in kindergarten to get up here like, I want to be pregnant when I get grown. She not even say, I want to get married. She, where are you, honey? Okay, she not even she get pregnant, not grown. That's what you aspire to. This is what we're teaching these babies, that it's better to be a single mother. Okay? It's better to be a single mother than be a wife. This baby is in kindergarten like that. I have never recalled anything. Okay? Anything like that my children have said to me when they were young like that. The first thing that these kids will tell you is what they want to do with their life when they're young, what they want to be. This baby said, I want to be pregnant. She only in kindergarten. The mama got a problem. The mama got a problem. Because more than likely, this young child, God forbid, she going to be a teen mother. More than likely. Because she already got that in her mind. Can you imagine the hell that baby going through in that house? Her mama probably doing all types of bullshit in front of her. And so she think it's because for her to get up there on social media. The mama posted this shit on social media. And it was on a live probably because she hurried up and dropped the phone. Her daughter said, I want to be pregnant. I want to be pregnant. Tara, what's up, baby? How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for rocking with me this morning. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. His ghetto point of view says Sexy Red is bad parenting. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Grand Rise, beautiful people. So, yeah, that's what the young girl said, kindergarten. She said, I want to be pregnant. A kindergartner said, I want to be pregnant. Not I want to be a nurse. Not I want to be a doctor. I want to be a scientist when I grow up. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a police officer, a firewoman, a mayor, a governor. None of that. None of that. She said, I want to be pregnant when I get grown. A kindergartner tell you that. I want to get pregnant when I get grown. You see what I said? When I said we raising monsters, y'all don't believe me. When I say we're raising monsters, y'all don't believe me. Because what is happening, y'all? What is happening? We without good fathers, good role models. We are raising these without models. Okay? That is terrible. We up here giving forth babies that belong to Pookie and Rere. Okay? We giving offspring to Pookie and Rere, and all we doing is setting these babies up for failure. We setting these babies up for failure. And I know some of y'all offended at what I'm saying, but it's true. We rather train them to be baby mothers, our girls, train them to be baby mothers than wives. And some of these young men walking around here as well, well, my daddy wasn't here, so I don't have to raise my own. Where's the generational curses being broken at? If your mama and daddy did the same thing and you repeated, if you repeated, you saw the struggle that your mama and daddy went through. You saw your mama was a baby, your mama was a side chick. You saw all these things and yet you repeated it. I'm guilty of that. I saw the same thing that my mama did and went and repeated it until I got a different mindset and was like, this shit does not make sense. Why did I follow? But yet, our daughter, who is 18, she said, I will not be a baby mother. She said, I will live in my husband's household. I will not be a baby mother. I will not bring children into this world without their father. And She said, Mama, I love you, no disrespect. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I do not want to be like you. And all I could do is I just cried, but it was tears of joy, baby. It was tears of joy because she said to me, I will not be like you, Mama. I would never want any of my children to say, Mama, I want to be like you. Nope. I want you to learn from my mistakes. I want you to learn from my mistakes so greater will come. But this young baby who is in kindergarten sat up there and said, Mama, I want to be pregnant because nobody is uplifting her mind. Nobody is telling her, baby, you can do this. You can be this. You should go to this. You should sign up for this. In the school, they have so many after school programs. I don't know how many after school programs our last born goes to. It's so crazy. Every time she have something. If it's not art, if it's not computers, if it's not theater, if it's not choir, this child be in everything. And all the children are like that too, except the boy. He does his own little wayward thing, okay? Because he like to do certain other things. And I understand that. But I always tell him, baby, you got to broaden your looks. You got to broaden to the horizon. You know what I'm saying? Learn other things. So his is a little difficult. But the girls are different. The girls are just, they want to learn everything. They want to be in everything. You know, they want to not have idle time. Okay? And I'll share something with you. It's good to encourage them to do things like that. It's good to encourage them because when I was younger, I never was encouraged to do things outside the home. I never was encouraged to go do theater. And I loved the theater when I was young. I never was encouraged to do arts. And I loved arts. But when you don't encourage children, they just go and find their own way because you never led them to something that made sense. So sometimes they will just copy your faults, mama and daddy. Good morning, Grace. How are you, honey? It's good to see you. So I wanted to chime in on that, and that broke my heart. A kindergartner say, I want to be pregnant when I get grown. I want to be pregnant. That's the thing. I want to be pregnant. You a kindergarten. You in kindergarten, and you said, this is what I aspire to. I want to aspire to be a baby mama. Mm-mm-mm. I say you can't even make this up. Who do you blame? That's what I am dad. That's his video. And he said, who do you blame? Sexy Red or you blame bad parenting? I blame bad parenting. It's painful, y'all. I got y'all here because this is where we're almost at the end. There's a woman and she is not African American. She is African descent. But I don't know, okay? I don't know what part of Africa, okay? Because I couldn't pick up her dialect. I don't know what part. But she has a Britain tone, but I couldn't pick it up. I want y'all to hear what she says to an interviewer. No Jumper posted this foolery, okay, on IG. Listen to this nonsense, y'all. A minute, y'all. In my own son. Your own son. Own son. Have it in my own son because they asked her, do she have a vibrator? Because she hasn't had relations in a long time. And she says, my vibrator is my own son. Mm-hmm. He was able to satisfy. But he's my son, so you can't continue having sex with him. So it keeps stopping, y'all. I'm sorry. She says that she can't continue having sex with her own, that her son, now mind you, it looked like she probably had this son when she was a teenager because she still looked young. Check this out what she said.
Have sex.
I, there's no man in my life. Yeah, my son is there to make me happy.
Let's play it one more time. She said, "My son."
How did it happen?
I like sometimes I post on my WhatsApp status that I feel like I miss my ex girls. I feel like going back to any of them to, have sex with them. Say, mommy, and Fatah, I'll use me as a vibrator. I have the real vibrator. I say, hey, wow. And what is the real vibrator? Is that the natural vibrator? That is the penis. And that was when I realized that my son is not that old, but he has a big.
He has a big dick.
Yeah.
So how long was that session?
It was just once.
She said she realized
telling me
her
and telling me, oh,
son.
mommy,
She realized her son has a big penis. So she uses, I'm sorry for the lag, y'all. I can't even see that there's a lag. I'm sorry. Hey, Mona, what's going on, baby? So she says she realized her son had a big penis. So she uses her son for the vibrator. Can you imagine? This is a woman that is African. She's not African American.
I post on my WhatsApp status that I feel like I miss my ex girls. I feel like going back to any of them to, have sex with them. Say, mommy, and Fatah, I'll use me as a vibrator. I have the real vibrator. I say, hey, wow. And what is the real vibrator? Is that the natural vibrator? That is the penis. And that was when I read.
Was that session?
Oh, it was just once, but he has been calling me and saying, "Oh, mommy, I've missed you, so anytime you need me, I can come and make you happy."
Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I did enjoy it.
You did enjoy it.
Yeah.
You missed, that feeling.
But he's my son, so I can't come.
Sex with him. But did you come? Was he able to do it to the point where?
Oh, he was able to satisfy me. I had it in my own son.
You had sex with your own son.
So she said she said that her son was able to satisfy her. Can you imagine? This is what the world is leading to, because y'all dress these boys up and they look like they father. Mm-hmm. Y'all dress them up and they look like they father. This is the man that y'all really wanted. Y'all dress these boys looking just like they daddy. And when they get older and they look like they father, this is the man that you could not have. And so now y'all think this is where it's coming from. This is where it's coming from. The only difference is in America, we don't be doing that shit over here. Allegedly. Okay? They don't do that shit over here. Okay? But when you dress this boy up like they daddy, anytime you feel sad or you need to cuddle, you go in a room. Charleston White talked about this a couple days ago. Anytime you feel lonely, you go get under him, you go lay in his room, you go cuddle with him. The only thing is that y'all haven't done incest. The only thing. This is how y'all breed these son husbands. This is why when you get into a relationship with somebody, it's hard for your son to see you with somebody. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. My first son was a son husband. I'm guilty of that. Because when I was sad and I didn't have nobody, I went in my son's room. We watched movies together. We relaxed together. I hugged him, stuff like that. I've never done anything evil to my baby because I knew that was my son. I had enough sense to understand that part. But when my king finally came to save me, it was a whole revelation because I had to know that a king was coming. I had to know that my king was here. Do you understand? A lot of us women have a battle with our sons and our king that is coming in, or we're going into his household. Because the child has been raised to think that it makes sense for him to be the king of the household. That's where that friction comes in. Now, this woman that is African, she says she has a real vibrator in her son. Says she realized later that her son has a big penis, and he even was able to satisfy her. And she laughed about it. You going to hell. You going to hell. Yeah, I don't usually tell people they going to hell, but you going to hell. Why would you think that that makes sense? Because y'all don't want a man. You don't want someone to call you on your ish. So you go and subject this young boy to some trauma. And this is in Africa. This in Africa, she ain't gonna get in trouble. She ain't gonna get in trouble. It's wrong, but she ain't gonna get in trouble. Okay? Yes. In a handbasket with gasoline. Uh-huh. A gallon of gasoline. You correct. You correct. Black man unfiltered, how are you, sir? It's sad. It's sad for her to come on social media, do a whole interview, and say, I'm having sex with my son. And are guilty of says, instead of us wanting to be under a true king, we rather do that shit ourselves. And because we have sons, we're raising them as son husbands. Okay. And so you always tell him, you the man of the house. How many women are guilty of that? Our true king come along, the child has a problem. Because all the while, mama, you've been telling him that he is the king. And now there's another man that is coming in, and he's like, what the hell is going on? But the thing is, the child could never teach our boys. You could never be king. You could never be king. The throne will not take you. The throne needs a man that will be accountable for ish that happened in the household. Boy, you cannot take accountability for shit that happened in the household. Oh, God bless your mother. You said she sent you to your daddy. That's right. Send these boys to their fathers. We doing a disservice to them by keeping them in our household. We doing a disservice to them. I regret that one act that I had done when my baby father was trying to get our son. And I fought him tooth and nail, honey. I fought him tooth and nail. And I wish I would have just let that boy go. I should have just let him go stay with his father. But now I'm reaping the benefits of the foolish decisions that I have made. Because I'm going to share something with you. My son that is 30 years old, he don't say peep to me. Not even she. Because of the decisions that I made. Dressed that boy just like his daddy. Everywhere his daddy looked, all the clothes his daddy had that I could remember, I dressed my son just like that. Because that's the man that you had wanted. But he wasn't for you. He belonged to somebody else because you was doing some nonsense. Have always said, Mama, this happened to me. This happened to me. And we in the mind, we treat our boys like they are our husbands. Even when they get married, we even jealous that they got married. Do that make sense? That makes sense that you jealous that your son got married? You foolish. Because only thing is that these children come through you to be a blessing. They come through you to be a blessing to the world. They didn't come through you to become your wife or husband or whatever. They didn't come through you for that. Good morning, Jay. How are you? If women had more transparency like you, we would heal a lot of these children. It's true. But you got a lot of people on social media up here faking the motherfucking funk. Like they shit is perfect. And I'm going to share something with you. I like what you said, Skinny, because I thought about something yesterday. I was watching This Might Be Risky, right? and they were talking about Dorsey's interview, right? And everybody knows, shout out to Dorsey. Everybody know Dorsey curse constantly through her lives. But she preach facts in her shit. You hear me? She preach facts in her shit. And a lot of the men on the panel, after they like dissected Dorsey interview, they were saying that she's the type of woman that, most men wouldn't want, because the way she cursed and the way she behaved and this and that. And I'm gonna share something with you. I'm not feminine either. I'm not feminine either. You know what I have done, and it has worked for me. It has worked for me because I never was taught femininity. I never was taught that, but it works the way that I have done it for years. I use seduction. hmm I use seduction as my femininity. hmm When I was young, I was good for it. I still do it now, but it's only to my husband. I use seduction as my femininity. I remember saying this on Black Man Unfiltered one day that I use my seduction for femininity because I was never taught femininity. So, with that being said, that's how I even won my husband, seduction. But I get up here and I be telling a lot of women be more feminine. But I'm going to share something with you. I'm not feminine. I'm not at all. You see how Dorsey be cursing, isn't it? I do the same thing. I curse the same. I get indignant as well. The only thing is that I don't curse at my husband. I don't get indignant with my king because my husband don't put up with that bullshit. Hey King, what's going on, honey? My husband put up with that bullshit. You can't talk out of the side of my mouth. My husband is Nigerian, so they don't put nonsense like that. My husband always used to say to me, I love you so much, but your mouth is nasty. So I don't talk to my king like that. And I don't go outside and talk to strangers like that. You have to pull me there. You have to pull me there for me to act up. Yes, Skinny said love endorsing for the week. It's true. And I like her. I like her. Mm-hmm. Her content. Actually, I got pulled in content before, but then I had like strayed away. And what pulled me back was Mr. Goodbread. Mr. Goodbread played her. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread. He had played her on his platform. I was like, yeah, I like Dorsey. I like her because she has a way of to our culture. Okay, she has a way of speaking to the women in our culture. hmm But it's not a sweet way. It's like it's that way. Like y'all better get y'all motherfucking shit together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Skinny said her Instagram lives are powerful. I believe you, baby. I believe you. But I only started liking her because of Mr. Goodbread. Because I'm like, damn, sis talk just like me. Like I'm talking like that too. But the difference is that she has a certain part of social media that connects with her, that she can correct them on a bullshit. Okay. And for me, I have a certain part of social media that connects with me. A lot of y'all, if you notice, I remind you of one of your aunties. One of your aunties who don't take bullshit. I'm one of those. I'm that auntie that used to take you to church and give you that little sweet honey candy. Okay? And then I'm that same auntie that will pray for you and curse you out. That's why a lot of y'all resonate with my content. Because you had, and she would walk around her house with that old nightgown on, and Uncle James used to always be touching on her. You see how much they was in love with each other. So a lot of y'all follow my content because of that. I'm just saying. Okay. Jay says, oh yes, it is. It is a lag, green beans. It's a lag. I don't know what's going on. Jay says a woman can be respectful and submissive and coachable, even with those characteristics. Certain men still be okay with that. Jay, yes, I believe you, sir. I believe you because even though my mouth is like it goes off the handle sometimes, my king still accepted me. Now he had women in his past that was probably way more feminine than me. Way more feminine than me. But he didn't see wife in them. He saw wife in me. So when I say that I use seduction, I really do. I really do. I use seduction in my marriage. When I want my husband to do certain things for me, you will quickly see me use seduction to get what I want. To get what I want. Every time I will use seduction. I am good for that. Last night was a prime example. It was so funny. I knew my husband was tired from work. I rubbed him down and everything like that because he was driving so long, his body was hurting and he ate and everything. So I just rubbed him down. That's it, just rubbed him down. And I knew he was tired. So I just put on a regular nightgown and was about to lay in bed. Refresh myself, about to lay in bed. And as I was coming to the bed, my husband said, "You want to wear that tonight?" I said, "Yeah, because you tired. So I'm just going to wear a regular house gown." And he was like, "No, just can you put something else on?" So I was like, "Okay." So I went into my closet that I got some shit in here that'll make your mind drop. So I went in here and put on something see through and I lay down. And he said to me, "I didn't mean that. I ain't mean that one." He said, "Well, since you got it on." What you talking about? He was like, "No, I'm just saying, since you got it on, I'm not tired no more." So that's what I'm saying. I use my seduction a lot on my husband because that's my characteristic. This is why my husband doesn't like me. Even when we first married, he never liked me to be smiling in people's face, other men's face. He never liked me to hug men at all when we were younger. Never. And he still have a problem with it now. Even though we older, we've been together a long time, but he don't like it because I'm heavily endowed at the top. So he doesn't like it because he's like, "You always give a full hug. Learn how to do like that side hug, that church hug. Why you always got to give a full hug?" So he don't like that because when he see his friends embrace me, they always like lay low a little bit. And he was like, "I don't like that. Don't do that." So it's not me just using it. It could just fly off me because I have always used seduction. So you could meet me and you'll think that, oh, I might like you, right? But I'm married and I show you my wedding ring that I'm married, but my seduction, it flies off me. I'll just have an outfit on and it may look real sexy, but I'm not trying to flirt with you. And so my king doesn't like it. He gets mad about it. He would rather have me walking around in like a sheet or something than me come out like, you know, dressing crazy. So I always laugh at that because I said to him last night, "Listen, you told me not to come to bed like that." He said, "Yes, I'm saying like just a comfortable nightgown. That's what I wanted you to do." So I said, "Okay." So I went and got something that I usually, I have surprises in my closet. So I just went and got one of them down. And so he says to me, why you got that's what he was saying. Why you got that? Why you got that on? And he said, "Well, anyway, since you got it on, let me do with it too, since you got it on." So I let into y'all. I'm not feminine. Something with you. A lot of people were talking about how Dorsey is not feminine. And but she's married. She have a husband. So whatever she doing, she still got a husband that she been married to for a long time. So I don't know if femininity is really the key because I don't have femininity. I just have seduction and I respect my husband. That's why I always be mindful of conversations that I keep with men on the phone because I know my seduction is in my tone. My seduction is in my tone. So I always be mindful of how I talk to men because sometimes I will even get men, okay, that they'll talk to me like out of the side of their mouth just to hear what I'm going to say. And when they talk to me out of the side of their mouth, I immediately change to say some bullshit to you that you can go to social media and say, take heed to the message said this to me. Okay? You will not get me to do that. Even in just my regular average life, you will never hear me get on the phone and talk foolery to a man when I know I love and respect my husband. Okay? Now you said seduction is a feminine characteristic. Men learn it from women. Mm. So now I'll share this with you. People always say they want women to be feminine. We want you to be feminine, right? But I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop saying I want you to be feminine. I'm not going to say that anymore. Because I can't say I want you to be feminine when I'm not feminine. I can't say that. Now, I can say to you, I want you to respect your husband. I want you to be obedient to him. I want you to love him, but respect must come first before love. I can tell you that. I preached to y'all already. Fuck your husband, suck his dick on a regular. I preached that to you already. Okay? But I'm also going to tell you I'm seductive to my king. Anytime I want to get something from him, I, I just put some shit on. I just put some shit on, talk to him the way he likes it, and I get it. So I do. I use seduction all the time. And I'm a big girl telling y'all this. I use seduction all the time on my husband. And he know it. He even knew it when we were dating. So he knew I wasn't feminine. He just knew I was very seductive to him. And then I'm fresh. I'm nasty, so that helped too. So I ain't gonna sit up here and lie about that. I'm fresh. I'm nasty to my husband. You can't get me to do stuff to somebody else. I've been with this man too long. Too long. We'll have a big problem. So that's why that's what I wanted to say because on This Might Be Risky, I was like, damn, Dorsey is like a powerhouse. She get out here and she speak her shit, and that's what it is. But a lot of them was like, well, there are men who don't agree with what she say. Like, okay, Dorsey wear lace, right? She also wear nails, and she got like a hard tone. Okay, she talked the way she was raised at. Most women talk the way they were raised at. Okay, now I'm gonna share something with you. There's a lot of female content creators, right? A lot of female content creators that they have femininity. They're very feminine, right? But once you trigger them, they'll tell you just like this. You ain't shit man. You got a small ass penis. You know what I'm saying? Once you say something to them that they don't like, they'll tell you, "Oh, your mama hurt you." Now, mind you, she been feminine on the panel the whole damn time. She been feminine. She been acting like she got sense the whole damn time. But when you say something that's triggering to her, okay, that chameleon will come out. Okay, and you will see the shit that she doing. Okay, you will see the shit that she can really do. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to rethink it, y'all, about saying being feminine. I'm going to rethink it because sometimes the most feminine coaches will get out here and get mad. Somebody's call them on their shit and they'll get mad and they'll say, "Oh, you small dick motherfucker." Or they'll get up here and say, "You ain't shit." Oh, you got a mama. Everybody got a motherfucking mama. But you'll get up here and be like, "You talk to your mama like that?" You know what I'm saying? You don't love your mama. You got sisters and all. Mind you, the man only said one thing, and because you don't want to answer it, you jumped around the whole situation. Just like Tuesday when I was on Black Man Unfiltered, right? Check this out. Ricky asked this woman on the panel, right? And I'm no shot at the sister. She just didn't understand the question. She said, she said that women should get the bag if they have been SA'd. Okay, trigger warning everybody. That the men are supposed to pay them. So all Ricky said to her was, "Well, how much does that pussy cost? How much does that pussy cost?" Right? So she immediately went off on him about what he said. Now, if she would have sat there and understood she had said some bullshit before he gave that question, she would have understood that he was trying to get a legit answer. Okay? So now he asked me. Now, was it in what did now? Let me share something with you. As being a married woman, was it right for him to ask me? It was not. But he said he apologized, and I took that apology. But the simple fact is, she started she started with that whole shebang bang. She started with that because she sat up there and said men should pay if they have been if men have been essaying women, they should pay these women. She started with that. That's why Ricky asked her, "Well, how much does that pussy cost? I want to know." I want to know how much that pussy costs. So now, when he asks Take Heed to the Message, "Well, Take Heed, how much does that pussy cost?" I told him my pussy priceless because it belongs to my husband. I don't sell pussy. Now, I do some strange things for a piece of change from my king, yes, but I don't sell pussy, okay? Unless my husband is the buyer. Is the buyer. I'm just saying. Okay? I can't do nothing else. Yes, my dear. As if you can put a price on essay. That's why I have a problem with a lot of women who they will come to social media and say they have been essayed, but then when they get the bag dropped on them, right, they become quiet. Why not get this person put in jail so no other woman will go through the same thing? Why not get this man put is, were you really essayed? Why are we worried about the money? Were you really essayed? Because a real victim want to see this person go to jail and never be able to get out. A real person who has been abused want to see this person go to jail. A bag of money not going to stop me. Because remember, I still got to go to counseling. I got to get some help. That money ain't going to help me. But me knowing that your ass in prison, that shit going to make me feel better. And I'm still going to go get counseling and go get some motherfucking help. I'm just saying. So when we want to feel bad for these women who have been through essay, we got to look at the outcome. Did she get the money and she stopped? If you got the money and you stopped pursuing the evil act against you, then I call cap. I call cap. I call cap. I know a lot of y'all offended at what I'm saying, but it's true. Skinny Boy said Cassie filed for civil suit instead of a criminal. See? We all know that. We all know that skinny. Thank you for dropping those gems, baby. Underrated darkness, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. But it's true. It's true. And it's sad at the same time. Excuse me. Hey, Malik, what's going on, sir? It's true and sad at the same time. It's crazy. And she not the only one. There's other women who have done the same thing. But because I need to get the bag because I was essayed. Why is that? I would like to see the person go to jail. I would like to see them go to jail. I want them to be in debt trying to pay a lawyer to get free. That's what I would like to see. I don't want to see, oh, because he dropped the bag on me, that now I'm quiet. My sisters, you cannot put a price on pussy. You can't put a price on pussy, but they've been doing that shit since the late 50s and 60s, putting a price on pussy. Okay, you said he wouldn't serve no real time, so she went for the pockets. But now, look at the case where they was at the. They talking about they gonna bring up some charges on Diddy for to do something. They would have been able to do something. I'm just saying. So with that being said, if you have to price your pussy, that be worthless. I know it hurt for me to say that to you. If you have a price on your pussy, you worthless. Because, and I'm gonna share with you why I say this. I share with you why I say this. Because some of y'all will price your pussy at an expensive 5-star restaurant. Some of y'all will price your pussy for $500 cash app. Some of y'all will price your pussy for Dubai trip and 50K and somebody shitting in your mouth and on your chest and urinating on you. Some of y'all will price your pussy at that rate. And then you price your pussy at that rate and you think that a man is supposed to respect you. He can't respect you, baby, because you put a price on that pussy. How can something that brings forth life be priced at a mere 50K? Be priced at a mere $500 cash app? How can something, okay, something that is priceless, okay, something that is priceless, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all missing it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How can a mere 50K, okay, compare to pussy that's priceless? But because you're conditioned to think, if I give this pussy, okay, if I give this pussy, this man gonna give me everything I want. OnlyFans as well. Y'all showing that pussy. Okay? Lost in translation say 20 in the front and 40 in the back. So that's why men look at us like we ain't shit. Because you priced that pussy. A man ever asked me how you price your pussy. My pussy is priceless. Because it belonged to one man. It belongs to one man. Okay? It belongs to one man. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. Okay? That's the sad part. Mess with saying you don't even know Adam. And you will give him a price on that pussy. And that's how he going to just like okay? That's how they going to take it. Because you treating yourself like you ain't shit. So how can he treat you like you are the cream of the crop when you can sell that pussy like it's nothing? A lot of y'all, a lot of y'all, I've never heard that. You got to cash at me $500 before I even do anything or talk to you. I've never heard that. Nobody do coffee dates. Let's go on a coffee date. Let's walk to the park. No, I got to take you on a 5-star restaurant. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the whole date, a lot of y'all, the pussy go to the highest bidder. That pussy go to the highest bidder. A lot of y'all women, y'all get up here talking about, oh no, I would never, I ain't like that. You lying. You lying. The pussy go to the highest bidder. It does not make sense. A lot of y'all women get on these social media platforms, right? And y'all be like, I've been with high value men and they did da 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 and this that for me. You wanna know why? Because they was looking for that pussy. That's all they wanted. They didn't want to do nothing else with you. So they dropped a bag on you for you to spread your legs like the Red Sea. That's why you said you've been with a couple of high value men. That's why you said you've been with a couple of high value men. Because those men just wanted that pussy. They did not want to wife you. Now, if you come tell me he wanted to wife you, then okay, it's different. Skinny, thank you for putting that disclaimer out there, baby. For putting that out there, honey. You know my mouth. So, if he's now said a couple of high value men came to wife you, okay? Came to wife you, okay? Then I understand. Okay? But you said you have messed with a couple of high value men and they dropped the bag on you. Want to know why? They had to show you the glamour and lights because they know that pussy get moist. If he took you to a 5-star restaurant or he took you in an expensive car and drove you around and you had a wonderful time, and then all of a sudden y'all end up at some big ass fancy hotel, don't sit up here and lie like your legs won't spread like the Red Sea. Don't get up here and lie, because I know you lying if you get up here and say you don't. You up here lying. You up here lying. Your legs gonna spread like the Red Sea, and it's gonna be counted as a body. You're gonna have to count that man as a body. And I bet you at the end of that night, you could never get a call from him again. He not calling your ass. You wanna know why? Because he got that pussy. He not gonna call you. He not gonna call you. That's why a lot of y'all get in here, you get with one man. Or y'all said a couple. You said a couple. Some of y'all say a couple. You've been with a couple high value men. Okay? And so you've been with a couple. And so they just wanted that pussy. So they went and did everything they wanted to do with you. Showed you the beautiful restaurant. Showed you the beautiful home. All take you back to their house. Show you some jacuzzi, all this other stuff. Make you like, oh shit, I done hit the motherfucking jackpot. So now, this is your exact words when he touched you on your leg. I don't really do this, you know. I don't really do this, but you seem like you a good man. Once he hear you, I don't really do. Once he hear you say, I don't really do this. Know this. Every man know this. Once he hear you say, I don't really do this, thank you, Skinny. I appreciate you, honey. Once you say, I don't really do this, he know he got you. Once he hear you say, I don't really do this, he got you. That's why he go. That's why he go and drop all that money on you because he just wanted that pussy. That's why. And then once he get it, you could never get another phone call again because he already accomplished what he wanted. And I'm going to share something with you. Them famous women get dropped like that all the time. It's not even average women. Those famous women get dropped like that all the time. He done took you somewhere nice and everything, done dropped a bag on you, took you somewhere that you never been before. Because you want to know why? He know. He know that once he dropped the right bag on that pussy gonna open like the Red Sea. Let's talk about it. Yes, you right, Dexter, you right. These women teach other women. Use what you got to get what you want. And it's a fact. It's true. Cody said facts. It's true. Robert said facts. It's true. Because we have been conditioned to teach our young women that it's okay. It's okay to be friendly with that pussy with strangers. If they drop the right amount of money on you, it's okay. I'm just saying. Yup, Cody said, yup, they act dumb when they get burned. But we don't want to talk about it. Y'all women will get up here and price pussy. Y'all will price that pussy. And what you should really price the pussy with, this is what you should really price the pussy with. And I wish I would have learned this when I was younger, is marriage. Yes, it's marriage. You should require marriage before you give that pussy away like candy. So when you give that pussy away, you giving it to one man who laid rings on your finger. You gave it to one man that is laying rings on your finger and gave you his last name. But we put in our mind that the price of pussy is a be wives. I this pussy away and be a baby mama than be a wife. And it's sad. Robert said, I'm single and I don't get down like that. That's a dangerous game. A dangerous game to play sleeping around so easy. Melania said, if you require marriage first, you'll be a virgin and have no children because all these men want is sex. Baby, Melania, drop it, honey. I'm going to share something with y'all. I'm not saying that you will be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. You should want to go in your husband's household without, you know what I'm saying? You should want to go in your husband's household. You should want to go in his household and not be tainted. You should want to. When I look back on my past, I always say, damn, if I could have just waited for my king. If I could have just waited for my husband. The thing is that our mothers and fathers have committed sins from the past. And all it did was trickle down into the bloodline. And so we think being baby mamas and we think being baby daddies makes sense. And it doesn't. All we're doing is destroying our children. That's all we're doing is hurting our kids. Because they need the foundation of a mother and a father. But in our culture, quickly up here and say, um, my child don't need a daddy. I had a woman argue me down about a post I wrote in about maybe 3 months ago about me saying that her kids are the way they are because she chose to pick a man that was a jester to be her baby daddy. Now, the woman writes me back and says, children that grow up with their parents, both parents, sometimes turn out to be like this. And when they do, that just means that the father was not strong. That's what it means. That's what it means. When the children grow up and do nonsense, that just means the father was not strong enough. Because remember, is the father is the owner's manual. Shout out to JT from What We Know podcast. The father is the owner manual or the owner's manual. Okay, and so he knows how the machine works in the children. He knows how the children's supposed to behave. So he's the one that is supposed to correct the kids. And the mother is supposed to co-sign whatever the daddy say. My kids always say to me, Mama, every time something happen, you always on daddy's side. I said, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. He's my husband. My husband before he was your father. I met your husband. I met your daddy first. We were together before y'all even got here. So yes, I'ma take his side. He's your father. He's your father and he's my king. So I don't go against the grain. Mama, you don't go against the grain. I don't. I don't. I let you know from the door. Nope, I don't. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because now, if I go against the grain, you know what happens? When your father is reprimanding you, I got to be in on the shit too. And I like to just walk out. Like when I hear him going in on the kids, I like to just walk out because that's not my fight. That's not my fight. It's not. Okay? That's not my fight. So now, with that being said, whew, women who want a change mindset, y'all, you got to work on yourself. You got to work on yourself. Stop listening to these women in social media streets that are broken that want to teach you foolery. I'm just letting you know. You got to understand that part. You got to. You got to change that mindset. That mindset is not right. If you want to get married, you got to change that mindset. There are so many women on these social media streets that want you to be single. That they want you, they'll tell you some boo-boo the fool bullshit. Oh, you don't need no man. You don't need no man. Men ain't shit. All this stuff they lying to you. Let me share something with you. There are some men in this world that ain't shit. There are some women that ain't shit. But if you go and work on yourself and understand the shit that you played in this nonsense or your past relationship, you'll get that shit right. You will get that shit right if you learn how to change your own mindset. Stop following all these teaching you boo boo the fool bullshit. Because I'm going to share something with you. All those women going to die alone. All those women gonna die alone. Ain't nothing like someone holding your hand at the time of you going on to glory. At least somebody was with you when it's time for you to go. And it was someone who loved you. And I'm not talking about your children. I'm talking about someone who y'all both took time and made life together. That's what I'm talking about. We rather be baby mamas than be wives, but we were not designed to be baby mothers. That's why you see all this evil nonsense going on in the world. The baby mamas are hurting their babies. I watched a video of she's so mad with the baby daddy that she want him and want them to get back together. What did she do? What did she do? She beat that baby upside the head, knocked that baby down, punched that baby all in the head and everything because she wanted that baby daddy to be with her. We are not meant to be baby mothers. We are meant to be wives so that a man will be training you on how to be his wife. I didn't say train you on being a woman. I said training you on how to be his wife. Oh, Dee Dee, wow. How are you? This is my first time seeing you here. Thank you. I appreciate you. I watch your content a lot. Thank So, with that being said, he has to teach you, okay? He has to teach you how to be his wife. And a lot of y'all don't understand that. You rather be baby mamas than be wives. And that's painful. Let me share something with you. When women say they've been through postpartum is real. But the thing is, most women who are married live through postpartum better than women who are not married. You want to know why? Because she has the option. Thank you, Dee Dee. I appreciate you, honey. She has the option to tell her king, I'm in trouble. Please take this baby from me. But when you a baby mother, you don't have nobody to leave that baby with. When you are a wife, you have the option to tell, honey, I'm having a problem. This is what's going on. My mind is not right. Please let me go out for a little bit. And you know what he gonna tell you, baby? Go ahead. Take my credit card. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Go get a massage or something. And then, mama, when you come back, you are regenerated. You hear me? You are free from all that foolery. Now, it's going to take some time. But I know when I was going through postpartum with all of our children, right? My king would tell me, baby, go do what you need to do. Go relax. Go somewhere. Go buy you something. Go be around some good girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Go get on you. Because sometimes when you with children all day and you with a crying baby all day, your mind don't sit right. But when you a single mother and you doing it on your own, baby, it's hard. That's why when they had that woman who she was smoking meth all night and she fell asleep on her baby. Okay? First of all, if you was married, you wouldn't have been able to do that meth. Second of all, if you was married, that baby would not have passed on to glory. Let's talk about it. Then they had another woman who she put her baby inside the microwave. And she turned the microwave on high and the baby was gone. Okay? She deleted that baby and they blamed it on postpartum. But if she had a king that she was under, none of that would have happened. He would have took that baby from her and said, honey, go take a walk, go shopping, go get your nails done, go get a massage, or either just easy, ladies. It's not easy. Having children is not for the faint of hearts. You are on heaven's door, 3 steps away from heaven's door when you trying to give birth. Okay? You are 3 steps from heaven door when you trying to give birth. But we will go and give this honor to men who are worthy. You will go and give a baby to a man that is not worthy, that don't give 2 shits if you live or die while you trying to give birth to his seed. The first time I ever felt a man feeling pity for me about being pregnant was with my husband. First time. And y'all know I told y'all this story many times before. When I was a baby mother and had my first son, 30 years old now, I watched the same young girl just like me. She was teen. She was a teen as well, but she was married. Okay, she gave birth. Her baby was in the little canopy or whatever, and whole family came. Her husband came. Everybody came. I was there by myself in the hospital. I didn't want to touch that baby. I didn't want to look at that baby. I didn't even want to give that baby no bottle. When my mama came up to the hospital, my mama said the nurse told me you ain't feed this baby, you ain't look at this baby. They been taking care of this baby all day. Ashamed. I'm ashamed, mama. This hurt. Nobody came up here to see me. And my mama looked at me. She grabbed my son, my first son. With his little round face and everything. He was the sweetest thing. She grabbed him, put him in my arms. She said, smell this baby. I smelt him. She said, he smelled good, right? I said, yes. Said, this is your baby. You got to take care of this baby. This baby is your responsibility. I don't care if this man don't want you. I don't care if he don't want you. This baby belongs to you. And I looked at my son and I told him, Mama gonna take care of you. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna always take care of you. But I'm gonna share something with y'all else, okay? When that nurse came and asked me who was coming to see me, I told her nobody. Nobody coming to see me. Maybe my mama only. But when I was married, it's about to go haywire, y'all. When I got married and had our first child, okay? The nurse asked me, you, is anybody coming to see you? Do I need to have another tag ready for them? And I felt like a little girl back in the day when I was a teen mother. I felt like that little girl. And I said, just like this, with a proud thunder in my voice. I said, my husband is coming to see me. That's what I said. My husband. And she looked at me. I was loud too, y'all. I said, my husband is coming to see me. And she said, okay, I'll get his tag ready. I'll get his tag ready. I said, okay, thank you. And my king came up there with a big bouquet of roses. Okay, because this baby, the first baby we had, he didn't make it on time. He was at work. So at the time of me giving birth, he stops at the shop downstairs. He gets the bouquet of flowers, the balloons, a card, and he put a whole bunch of money in it. Even though the money was gonna go back to the house anyway, but that was his gift to me to say I appreciate you for giving a copy of me. I appreciate you. Lost in translation. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. So he was saying, I give an appreciation. My sisters, I'm going to share something with you. Ain't nothing like, you can never compare to being a baby mother and being a wife, honey. When that nurse asked me who coming to see you, I said, my husband is coming. My husband is coming. No one will ever tell me any different. You could never tell me any different. Hey, Ricky, how are you, honey? It's good to see you. Lost in Translation Podcast. I hope I said hello, sir. I'm just running my mouth. And so nothing could ever compare, okay, to the love my king showed me and how he has always been there for me, okay, than anybody else. Than anybody else. And I'm going to share with you, that's not even just the tip of the iceberg, okay? How all this even started was the fact when I told my king, we were a few months in, just a few months in together. And I told my king, I'm pregnant. I was so terrified to tell this man I was pregnant, honey. Because I had some bad experience, a bad experience on telling somebody I was pregnant. And when I told my king, I was contemplating, trying to figure out. I was driving my little red Suzuki back then. I was scared. I was terrified coming home trying to tell this man. Because the thing is, I was like, he gonna leave me. That's what I was thinking. We just got together, he gonna leave me. How did I get pregnant like this? And I know how I got pregnant, but this was my mindset. And so now my ghetto upraising, okay, my hood tone, right, was like, fuck that shit. Just tell him and let the chips fall where it may, and you just go ahead and raise the baby if he just don't want to be bothered with you. Because it ain't like you ain't do it before. That's what I put in my mind. So I get in the house, and I sit at the kitchen table, and he said, what's going on, baby? How was the doctor? Now, I was like, the doctor was fine. He was like, okay, all right. So what happened? I told him, I said, listen, I said just like this to him. I said just like this to him. I don't care if you don't want to be bothered with me no more. I don't care if you don't want me. I don't need you. I could do bad all by myself. That's the bullshit. That's the shit that you hear when you growing up. Okay? So you go and relay that on somebody that don't know what the hell, why you saying all that bullshit. But I said that to him, and he grabbed my hands. He said, what are you talking about? I love you. What are you talking about? And I said, I'm pregnant. Just like that. Nasty and rude, just like that, y'all. I said, I'm pregnant. Just like that. Not happy or nothing. I kept my face and everything. I'm pregnant. Just nasty. And he looked at me, and I balled my fists up under the table because I was like, if he hit me, I'm going to wreck shop in this kitchen. That's what I was thinking. If he hit me. So I had my hands under the table. And you know what this man did? He leaned in and kissed me on my forehead. See, the trauma that you go through. The trauma and bullshit that you go through being a baby mama. You see that shit? Now, he kissed me on my motherfucking forehead. And what happened? Tears rolled down my face. Tears rolled down my face. He kissed me on my forehead and he told me, in my culture, when women are pregnant, they are treated like eggs. So whatever you ask of me, I will do. Whatever you ask for me, I will do. I don't care what it is, because I want you to be happy while you carrying that baby. Because I know how amazing it is for a woman to carry the offspring of her husband. Okay? 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 Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference. But we want to sit out here and we want to promote being a baby mama is the bee's knees and shit. It's not. It's not. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. It is not easy at all. That shit is hard. But y'all will get out here and think that shit makes sense. Dee Dee said, I know that's right. Shout out to your king. Appreciate you, honey. I'm telling you, Cody said, you better. My husband then to death. Queen, that's right. That's right, honey. That's right. But y'all get out here and y'all promote being baby mamas makes sense. It doesn't. You going through all that postpartum, all that trauma on your own. You knocking on death door. 3 steps away from death door. Death is right there by the door. You going to give your life for a man that could not even wife you. That could not even give you his last name. He just wanted that pussy. And you will go and get this baby with this man who don't even see value in you. He just knew you got a price on that pussy. And then when women on social media come tell y'all the truth, the first thing y'all call us is Aunt your mama. She'll pick me. She's a mammy. She look like Silly from The Color Purple. I give 2 shits what y'all think about me. I got a king that love my ass, okay? I got somebody that love me. I don't sit in the bed or lay in the bed by my damn self, okay? I don't need a vibrator. I don't need a vibrator. All I gotta do is do a touch. Boom. Okay? All I gotta do is wear something out my closet that and I'm in trouble. I don't have to do all that. I don't need something I gotta plug in. I got a warm body that wanna touch me. That's the difference. That's the difference. So you can call me whatever you wanna call me. You can call me whatever you want to call me, a big girl. I need to do this. I need to do that. I don't look beautiful. That's your business. I got somebody who love me, baby. I got somebody who love me and who want me. Y'all take heed to the message. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday morning. Much love to you all. And that's it, y'all. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App. You can also donate through Super Chats. You can also donate donate by buying as well. Okay? So y'all know we have a family business that's called ubnracksfashion.com. And we on 5 different platforms. If you're interested, we got eBay, Pushmart, Macari, Etsy, and then the main website, ubnracksfashion.com. And also, okay, one last thing, YouTube makes us sell merch. So just like y'all saw earlier, my cup, okay, my cup, they got, let me see. They got the cups, the bags, the hoodies, the shirts, all those things, okay? Y'all come check it out if you feel my content. And if you can't do none of that I ask right now, if you can't do none of that I ask right now, that's fine, okay? If you can't do none of that what I ask right now, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button if you feel my content. If you feel my content, hit that like and subscribe button, okay? Much love to you all. Thank you, everybody, for coming to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in. Dee Dee, thank you for showing up to my live. I greatly appreciate you. And to all the content creators who come to my social media platform, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for rocking with me. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday. Take heed to the message.